Hey, what's up guys? Wood here for another episode of Wood's Motors, where we share with you our passion for all things engine and motor related. And today, I have a special motor to review, and you might consider it to be like a baby Harley. Let me explain to you why. So what we have here for your viewing pleasures is a Motorstar Cafe 400, and the clue's in the name. It's a 400cc motor, 4-cylinder, and I know you might be wondering, for some of you, do I even know what a Motorstar is? For those that do, you may even be maybe a little concerned because Motorstar carries the name that it is from China. But let me assure you that I'm gonna show you why this could be the perfect riding partner for you if you're here in the Philippines. So what we have here is pretty much a stock motor, but it's had a few upgrades. As you will see, it has a custom exhaust pipe. The handlebars have been changed up just to make it a little bit more comfortable, feel a little bit more classic. All the lights, the signal lights have been upgraded, as well as the tail lights. But over and for the most of it, this bike has been stock straight out of the factory. And today we get to take it through its paces and take you along on this journey. So sitting on this bike, I'm telling you, being 6'4", 100 kilos plus extra change, it's actually really comfortable. Surprisingly so, I've got to admit. So don't be fooled by its size if it looks a little strange with me on it. The upgrades on this, it's got a really classic vibe. If you're into that classic feel, that nostalgic style of riding, this is the really best way and the quickest and the cheapest, I might add, to get into that market. If you want to customize it, it's got the perfect bass notes to get it to where you want it to be. But I'm telling you, it's got the classic gauges, stainless steel exhaust pipe. It sounds like a little beast. Kind of sounds like a little Harley, like I said earlier. 19-inch rims on the front, 18 on the back. So it sits in a really nice pair of shoes, and it just looks right. You've got to admit, right? It's got a disc brake on the front and the classic drum on the back. Plenty enough to get you stopping. For cruising around this bike, I'm excited. Anyway, let's stop my jibber jabber. Let's fire this sucker up and let's see what she's got. This bike was actually designed by a French company, Mash. So if you're riding in Europe, this would be badged as a Mash motorbike. Maybe that explains the reason why the balance in the ride is so good. Its counterparts, we know that Chinese motorbike builds, they haven't been around as long as, say, our Japanese counterparts, our British counterparts, all of these. However, being that it's been designed by a French company, it feels like a European style of ride. And it is solid and it's perfectly balanced, in my opinion. So this bike has got a steel fenders, steel frame, steel protection. Literally, this bike is well built and will keep you safe and will last. Because that's a question that a lot of you will probably ask. But I'm telling you, the way that this bike feels, it's gonna keep running and it's gonna give you everything you need for your motoring adventure. I don't know if you can see from my face, but I was surprised. I've got to admit, and I'm not joking. I took this beast out thinking, okay, it's gonna be all right. It's 400cc, it's got some power to it. Let me just give you some of the highlights. Number one, it sounds glorious. This custom muffler makes you feel like you're driving. Anyway, you heard it. I felt it. I hope you felt it with me. But the power on this thing, it's amazing for two main reasons I want to highlight to you guys today. If you give it some throttle and you want to go at some speed, it responds beautifully. But it's not a kind of power that makes you feel out of control or is going to rip your arms out of your socket sort of thing. It's a real linear, even power that just keeps giving as you go. And it actually gave you a feeling of real confidence. It inspired you to kind of ride because the balance, that's the second thing. The balance on this bike was really quite amazing. I actually had Henry on the back just taking some clips behind, and it felt like nothing, and like I said, I weigh over 100 kilos plus some extra change. This bike didn't even feel like anything. It made no difference, but the balance was amazing. The balance at high speed, the balance at acceleration, and more importantly, I believe, if you're here in the city, in Davao, the balance of it was amazing at low speed, even at first gear. The bike just felt just right. The design of this is way better than my expectations were. And so if you're into the market to find something that will take you everywhere, literally, I believe this, you really don't need any more than 400 cc, to be honest. There's more than enough power in this thing to take you anywhere you need. It's more about your riding style and your skill set, in fact. You know, we want to stay safe. We want you to keep alive on the road. But this thing, if you want to feel the breeze a little bit faster, it'll certainly take you there. That's what I experienced today. And it was quite exhilarating, I've got to admit. And but if you want to drive around traffic, it is really economical. It does around 25 to 30 kilometers per liter. So for a city all-around ride, it's good. If you've got a second rider on the back, it's fantastic. It's really comfortable. Bearing in mind, I'm 6'4", and I still felt comfortable riding on this. It's got a decent fuel capacity. It's 13 liters. So what more could you ask for? In fact, I'm tempted to get this for myself. Give us a buzz, comment on the link below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to see more of these motor-related adventures. And until next time, keep safe and keep motoring.